Here's why I think Christian education is very important to our families. We want, as parents, our kids to do well in life. We want them to succeed. And we want them to succeed in this life and the life to come. We love and we care for our kids. While we want them to learn math and English and music, arts, and many other sciences, I guess for us as Christians, the most important thing is for our kids to come to faith in Christ and to be fruitful in this life. In the Old Testament, it was really the parents' task, as we can see, to teach kids the truths about God as you were walking, sitting down. In our society today, realistically, we as parents are very busy. And there's not a lot of time and energy sometimes left at the end of the day to constantly teach kids about God. And as you all know, it takes a lot of effort and repetition to teach kids anything. And, Sunday schools and churches are great, but it's only 1 or 2 hours a week. For this reason, being in a Christian school where they're exposed to Christian teaching all day long is very important. Christian schools provide a very holistic education where kids are not, first of all, taught the understandings of this world and then try to see the world through Christianity through the worldly explanation. So we don't have to try to explain Christianity after we taught them in many ways a godless perspective on life. Holistic Christian education means that we teach them things about this world and success together with teaching godly principles. So they learn to see this world through the lens of truth, through the lens of Christian teaching. And I think it's a much better approach than the other way around, where you have to teach Christianity after you've taught them things that exclude God. And the other important factor is the community. We want our kids to be influenced by other Christians, their families. We want them to have good friends, because as we know, that bad company can corrupt good morals. And I know that the relationships that are formed at the school will last a lifetime. Now, here's why I think all families should contribute to this campaign of rebuilding the school. We have to realize that 60 years ago, or about that, there were people who put a lot on the line to build this building, to have this school. When we gave our kids, to WCS, we did not appreciate all the history and all the efforts put in by the previous generations. But with time, serving on the board and seeing how the tuition that we pay barely covers the operational costs, and how all the capital costs were raised by other generations, out of fairness and justice, I realized that it's important for us to contribute as well. I think in the Bible we see this principle that everybody should be contributing in line, in proportion with their income. Maybe some people feel that this is private education, it's expensive enough, why should I pay extra for any building campaigns? But the reality is that yes, we do have to pay out of pocket for private education, but the value of what we're getting right now exceeds the tuition costs. And being on the board, being involved with working with the numbers and seeing how dedicated so many people are in providing excellent education to our kids at below cost, so to speak, encourages me, and it should encourage other families to participate in this project, and for all of us to come together and contribute, just like in the scriptures when people brought money to apostles' feet, everybody contributed whatever they could. And I believe that with God's help, if all of us come together and if we all contribute to this project, it can be very successful and it could be finished in a fairly short period of time.